big epic troller. I always have been. But yeah, I don't know. I like doing a lot of different things. I know people mainly know me for, like, hentai, which is fine, because that's something I get a lot of fun from, but honestly, throughout my whole life, I've always been creative in many different fields, and I guess I dot around now more than I used to, mainly because sustaining entirely off of hentai as one revenue stream was very taxing, and it couldn't have been more obvious than working on Extreme Ghostbusters for a year, where not updating my site and seeing sales reduce over time whilst also working intensely hard to finish one project was a fucking nightmare. So it's like, I don't know if I can do that anymore. So I kind of just spread myself out a bit more now. But I like doing lots of things like coding, making music, drawing, dancing, all this fun creative stuff. I just feel like I have a lot of creative love to give in many different ways. And I'm sorry if I'm not focusing on any one of the things that you find the most interesting. I'm just having fun. Extreme Ghostbusters took about a year, yeah. But that was a year of solid work, and it was the only thing I was making money off of, so... Oh boy, was that rough. How long did the VHS edit take? Not long. That was largely just a filter and some panning and scanning on a few shots. Didn't take long. But yeah, it's nice to be able to do things like Twitch as well, to be, I don't know, a personality of sorts. That's kind of fun. I was never really much for that sort of thing. I always was, of the mind that people should love my work and not me, but, I don't know, people seem to enjoy me. So, if that's the case, then why not stream and let people enjoy that? If people find me entertaining, then that's cool. But I never set out to be an entertainer. That was not really something I ever considered. Or to be like E-famous or whatever it is. But, if people like it, then that's cool. Which is a major step up from the old Mute days. I know, but I don't know. I feel like, now it doesn't matter, but it was weird. I kind of thought that I just wouldn't live up to people's expectations. I didn't want to be annoying or, being mute means that you can't ever do or say a lot of things that are gonna make people make rants about you on Twitter or whatever it may be, or be like, their voice sounds stupid. I don't know. Like I said, I never really wanted to be, like, famous for being a personality. But I guess I've warmed up to it, which is nice. Not that I'm that famous for that. I wouldn't say I am at all, really. I think you need a lot more viewers on a streaming website to be considered famous for your personality, so... Well, thank you, Jan. You're very kind. I'm not fishing for compliments, by the way. I'm just opening up a little bit for some reason. I just like to have fun. I like to have fun in different ways, and this is one of them. And you could look at it and be like, you're just playing video games, you're not working. But I assure you that streaming for 12 hours in VR, whilst also, like, managing a group of people and trying to keep it funny and entertaining is not all fun and games. It definitely is, like, exhausting, and you have to be in the right mindset for it, like, doing it every week. Sometimes you're probably having a bad week or whatever. Not to say I'm not having fun, because I am, but it's not work. It definitely is work, And coupled with that, yeah, no one should work 24/7. I definitely don't work every day flat out. That's not true. I take my fair share of time to have recreation. Because we need that, or we'll go fucking crazy. But I'm usually doing something creative when I'm being recreational, like, for instance, coding my Daytona world. Like, that's not really for anyone but me. People will get enjoyment out of it eventually, but I'm not getting paid for that. That's just for funsies, Well, the idea that Twitch isn't work, well, because, okay, it's easier to say that with something like me, because, okay, most people first heard of me because of my, like, adult work, which definitely looks like work, right? You have to spend time drawing and thinking about it and putting time and effort into it. You could look at this and be like, I liked Zone better when they would work, now all I do is play video games. You could look at it that way. People say that to, like, Ego Raptor all the time, like, Remember when Eager Raptor used to make animations? Now all he does is play video games. So lazy. Like, fuck you. It's such a stupid opinion to have. It's just a different type of work, you know? It's just you're annoyed that he's not making the thing that you want him to make. He's still working for a living and working very hard, I might add. People still call me Eager Raptor? Probably not, but I am because it's a hard habit to drop. But I haven't quit making hentai. I just kind of like spread out a bit more because, as I said, the last big project I made nearly fucking killed me. I bring this up quite frequently. I don't like doing it. Because I really don't want to go into all the effects it had on me, but I promise you, there are many of them, and they were not good. And I had to change something, or I probably wouldn't be here right now. Anyway, let's not go into that any further. So yeah, I'm just trying to have fun, be creative, and not to run myself ragged trying to focus on one thing for any length of time. And before you start getting concerned, I'm not talking about, like, suicide. I'm not that kind of person. I've never had those feelings, really. So, I don't mean like that. I just mean that a lot of bad things happen as a result of me focusing all my time and effort onto that one animation for an entire year. That's some very negative side effects. But I'm okay now. Don't worry. We're all good. Never had those feelings like at all. I mean, there have been times where really bad things have happened to me, and I felt very hopeless, but I don't have them randomly. Like, I'm not a depressed person. I don't suffer from depression at all. The only time I ever feel depressed is if something negative is occurring, like, I don't know, the death of a loved one, or a creepy stalker ruining my life for whatever reason, you know? That shit might bring me close to those feelings, but would I ever go through with it? I highly doubt it. Certainly, things can make me feel sad, very sad. No, I consider myself very lucky to not have depression. Pretty much everyone I know has it to a degree, and I don't. And I hate to really say that because it almost feels like bragging, you know? Because so many people have to deal with it. But I really consider myself very lucky in that respect. I have issues with crazy stalking me. Sometimes, not frequently, but when it happens, it certainly makes me feel those feelings, because I just want to feel safe and have privacy. One of the reasons why you're talking to a robot right now is because I want to keep my personal life and my online life persona, whatever you want to call it, completely separate. I don't want to link those two together. I just want my privacy. And when people try and, you know, find out things about me or try and force their way into friendship with me awkwardly, it becomes very distressing. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it really does affect me, so it's part of just being mysterious online. People want to know the secrets, you know? I get that, but also please just respect this one thing I ask for. I don't ask for much. The Daft Punk effect? Pretty much, yeah. But I guess they get it a lot worse because they're like mega turbo famous. Whereas I'm like a Z-list E-celeb, you know, so it's not that bad. But I have been around for a long time, so I guess there's people out there who want to, you know, be weird. I have been around for a while. Since 1999. Online. At least, like, I mean, I first got online in like 1994, probably. 94, 95, when I got my first modem. But I was too small to have an online presence. Also, online presences didn't really exist back then, not really. Listen, as far as you're concerned, I'm a cute robot online. That's all you need to know. Whoop! Yeah, can you do that?